welcome back to Deland Rock and Metal Festival Spring 2013. This is Sacrifice to Survive. What inspired the formation of Sacrifice to Survive, and does the band name mean anything specific to you?
Okay, so we started this band in like 2009, I think. Basically just, I was writing some music at the time and started looking for members.
No, our band name actually isn't really meaningful. I'll be honest here, we totally took it from a Veil and Maya lyric.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that came about. It's out.
Though you can use the band name anywhere, because like every time I'm around, I'm like, oh man, I gotta go drive here to pick somebody up or whatever, and I'm like, well, you know what? You gotta sacrifice to survive. It works. So it works in every situation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Veil Maya.
Yeah, thank you. We love you guys.
How has your experience been as a progressive metal band local to the Jacksonville, Florida area? Have you been well received?
Take this one.
I guess the best way to say it is one slow step at a time. Because the metal fans exist, especially the progressive fans, but they kind of hide away in their houses and they really wait for good stuff to come around. Thanks, man. And so it's been kind of cool because we've gotten to connect with our fans on a more meaningful level, because a lot of them are our friends too, because they share so many of the same interests, and a lot of them are musicians. So it's been kind of fun. Slow going, but fun.
What lyrical themes have you touched in your self-titled album, Sacrifice to Survive?
We have a 3-part trilogy. It's a storyline, basically about a kid that gets in an accident, hallucinates through it, comes out of it. So we do have some storytelling aspects in there, but lyrically touching mostly on kind of things that have happened in our lives, things we've experienced, obviously, whatever we're going through at the time we're writing.
The progressive touches in your music shows that you really do mean business when you're making unique technical music and keeping it melodious and catchy. The first part of the question is for the instrumentalists. What are the common influences in the instrumentation?
I'd say like bands like Dream Theater and, you know, kind of any progressive metal or rock band, you know. Like, I was always influenced by the big metal bands like Metallica and Megadeth, so I get, you know, the riffy kind of stuff, but Matt was always kind of into more the way more technical kind of thought out, I guess, you know, in-depth kind of music like that.
Like so a miniature, but way better Devin Townsend, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all him saying that. Yeah, it's heavily influenced, like, you know, Devin Townsend and bands like Tesseract and all those kind of really, you know, intricate kind of bands like that. I think it's a whole broad range of influences, but those definitely show.
Turn to gold, turn to gold, turn to gold, turn to gold.
Emily, what are your vocal inspirations and influences?
I have a lot, but probably lots of European artists, plenty of Amy Lee in there, definitely a huge influence, like, growing up, but really, like, it always goes back to, like, the Aretha stuff, the Aretha and the Mariah Carey. I have a lot of, like, soul, I think, that inspires me, but, so that's why a lot of the melodies are really big and powerful. So my influences range kind of from everything from, like, classical to symphonic rock.
In the band members' opinion, what makes the band stand out?
We'll go down the line.
Put me in line. Alright, well, for me, what makes the band stand out is the orchestration. Like, you get everything that you love from all the bands that you love, but, like, now, and then now, and then now, it's just like a continual, like, onslaught of you know, just great riffage after great riffage. And a lot of bands, you have to like, oh, I kind of like this song, but you know, I really just like it until minute 7. Okay. And then minute 7 is when I really like it. So that's what I think really makes the band stand out.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's a really good combination. Like, there's the really kind of almost poppy parts, really melodic. You know, kind of it follows a more simple format. But then there are the heavy parts where there's, you know, really good solid riffs, and there is like some screaming, and we've got, you know, the 2 vocalists going on. So there's a whole big combination of good and heavy, you know, meaty kind of stuff. But there's all kinds of melodies and, like he's saying, orchestration with the keys and the synths and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really good mix of everything, I think.
In my opinion, this band's kind of generic. Probably shouldn't listen to them. Pretty awful. So they don't really stand out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the music doesn't alienate anybody. It's just cool for everybody. I mean, everybody can kind of take a piece of it and hold on to it.
Okay. You're also known to play acoustic concerts on occasion. How are they received? Do you think it's an extension to the Sacrifice to Survive sound?
Yeah, actually, we've done pretty well with those. We have like quite a few songs that work that way. So we actually did a bunch of shows, Hot Topic shows, which actually like a lot of people came in to watch us, which was fun because that's not always the norm.
Yeah. Are the members of Sacrifice to Survive participating in other projects, musically or otherwise?
You can promo your band right here.
Why, yes. In fact, I'm in another progressive metal band.
I knew I should have worn that shirt today.
And one of my main motives for joining this band is because you don't get enough of awesome progressive, just putting yourself out there. When I found these guys and needed a drummer, I immediately jumped aboard because there's a lot of potential. But, you know, ultimately it's just to build that base of progressive metal musicians, progressive rock musicians, however you classify it. But yeah, so I'm in Artelect.
Okay. Do you have any insight or advice for a progressive metal band that's just starting out and playing in local venues?
I think we're just starting out playing in local venues. We need some advice.
My personal advice is just live and learn. Live and you learn. Basically, every show that you play, every show that you book, especially on the local scene, you're not going to get paired with anyone like you. You're going to get paired with a death metal band. You're going to get paired with a country band. So you just got to keep chugging at it, keep true to yourself, and that'll be portrayed through the music, and people will attach on no matter who you play with.
Don't expect to be on MTV next week.
Not next week.
Yeah, maybe like in the next 10 years, possibly. Just don't expect to be big.
Have money. You need money.
Get on internet radio. That's where you want to be.
Befriend old, rich women.
Yeah.
Because you need a lot of money.
CougarLife.com. That's our shout out.
What can we expect from Sacrifice to Survive in the near future? You got any big plans?
Yeah, we're actually recording an EP right now. It's going to be a concept EP. So yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. You should probably check it out. I don't know. It's already sounded a lot better than our previous material.
Really?
So,
I agree.
Yeah, quality-wise, yeah.
Yeah. Want to add anything to that?
It's another story.
Yeah, it's going to be a big, long story. You're going to love it. I promise. I promise.
Book on tape times infinity.
That's it for my questions. Anything else you want to share to the audience?
Yeah, I want to share that without people like Vernon here, we wouldn't get nearly as far as we are right now and wouldn't propel into the future. So I want to thank Vernon for taking his time out of his day.
Thank you.